Well, I would like to say a few things about this land. The 6,000 before Christ, there were people living here. This was a land full of reeds and marshes and trees. The Spanish Trail that came around the desert, they found the meadows deep down there. And those meadows were used for filling up the boilers on the trains. But the city started. And then in 1929, the big dam at Boulder was given. And that's when people started to come. Until now, it covers so much land, and there is nothing growing on that land. The swimming pools and grasses for their lawns they want what we have here to fill up their swimming pools and water their lawns. And so they can take these endless showers. They can use up the water that we have. And it will not sustain itself. It cannot be. And with that I end. It cannot be. So, we are threatened here in this land. Our water, our lifestyle, our ranches are all threatened from down there.
Down there, hit the dirt road and get in here. Alright, so we have opened the fence and shit? Yeah. Alright, get in there. Go.
Welcome to Las Vegas, city of light and void, dreams and nightmares, God and the devil, where money is made and lost, where houses are built and abandoned, where souls are broken and remade, shattered and dumped into drains, where people water each plant individually with utmost care and concern, where atoms are split and spill out, where drone pilots come home to a hot suburban meal after a long day of killing, where Elvis never leaves the buildings. Let me show you around. You might like it here. You may even want to visit. I am Jared Keene. Welcome to the San Leviathan.
You and your caravan across the waste. On your way down to Lone Star, you feel like you're safe. Bare and dry desert everywhere you can see. No signs of culture inside, but those scattered debris. There's no reason to fear until you hear the sound. Like 1,000 angry demons tumble to the ground. And you feel the sad ship beneath your trembling feet. Oh, when the ground starts to move and there can be no retreat. And then it rises before you as a mountain of earth until you see the thing street. And you know it's much worse. Here we go. Stand, Leviathan, 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 stand, Leviathan.
Nous sommes ici, dans un coin paumé de cette immense banlieue qu'est devenue le monde. Dans un bled nommé Las Vegas. Notre maison est d'aspect étrange, vaste et neuve, sans doute construite en 24 heures, et déjà obsolescente, en plein effondrement. Nous découvrons des affaires entreposées sauvagement. Nous imaginons des scénarios possibles. Affaires récoltées dans la rue ou objets abandonnés par les anciens occupants ruinés par les subprimes. Les propriétaires à l'accent russe sont plutôt laconiques et la photo de la maison sur Google Maps montre une limousine garée en travers devant le garage. Des scénarios possibles. Voici une rue de Las Vegas. Totalement privatisée, les rues sont divisées en tronçons à la charge des propriétaires. Depuis la crise de 2008, 300 000 personnes ont déjà quitté la ville. Mais dans ces murs, dans cette ville invisible, il est difficile de remarquer les premières traces de l'abandon. Chaque tache est un graffiti recouvert de peinture par un technicien privé. Combien de temps les communautés privées continueront d'effacer systématiquement les graffitis ? Que deviendront ces murs dans le futur ? Sinon d'immenses pages blanches pour graffer.
So I'm going to read you my essay, Black Death Doom Grind, and it's from a collection, an anthology called Fade, Sag, Crumble, 10 Las Vegas Writers Confront Decay. And this was my contribution to the theme of degradation, decay in Las Vegas. Once again, it's called Black Death Doom Grind. And it goes like this. Abandon hope, all who entertain. Walking onto the stage of Cheyenne Saloon, a working-class, blue-collar, metal biker bar near the North Las Vegas airport, I realize I have problems. I am 36 years old, married, father of 2. I work for a large corporation. I play guitar, for an extremely obscure doom metal band in town. I have no tattoos, no wild hair or bushy beard, no calluses on my fingers. I don't work in construction or paint houses. I can't imagine benefiting from recreational drugs like pot. I love music, but in contrast to everyone else here, I can't actually play my instrument that well. This moment was supposed to be the realization of a dream a year in the making, but it is likely my dream is someone else's mistake. The organizers of Doom in June 2 must have been confused or drunk and accidentally selected my primitive nuclear doom metal band Dead Neon to kick off the biggest all-day gathering of international doom acts in the US. We're the only local band. I tell myself this means something, but in fleeting moments of clarity, I suspect it really doesn't. It only means that my bass player probably knows the dude who organized this event. I'm married to a beautiful tenured university professor, and my 2 little boys are adorable. We live in a historic house in downtown Vegas with a stupidly inexpensive 30-year mortgage, green grass, white picket fence, pool. On paper, I have the perfect life. I am, however, a cube douche, a douchebag human resources middle manager trapped 8 hours a day in a corporate cubicle lodged deep within the descending colon of a hotel casino. My job is to write propaganda designed to convince employees, many non-English speaking and functionally illiterate, that they toil for the world's most compassionate gaming company. Talking with my alcoholic friend Mike over drinks at Gordon Biersch after work, he informs me that this sensation of decay I'm experiencing suggests a midlife crisis. I nod, finish my beer, and fantasize about shotgunning my head off. I punish myself in a cube for the same reasons many creative people do it: fear. Fear of not having enough health insurance, not having enough money to buy plastic crap at Target, not having enough 401k savings with which to retire comfortably. At the same time, I can't stop going to shows. I want to split myself into corporate Jekyll and metal Hyde. I want to crawl from a pit of blandness into the white-hot light of aesthetic chaos and sonic torture. I want to feel something, anything.
You look like hell,
my confused wife says one morning. And does your t-shirt really say guttural secrete? Oh, by the way, can you please pick up the kids and buy some milk on the way home? I have yoga this afternoon. Changes need to be made. Watching a Netflix DVD of Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull in my boxers one evening, I scratch my nuts as Harrison Ford crawls into a vintage fridge inside a house located on the old atomic testing grounds. It strikes me that, despite living in Vegas for years, I have never visited the test site.
Give me that Berlin Wall, give me Stalin and St. Paul, give me Christ or give me Hiroshima.
During a tour of the site, 65 miles outside of Vegas, I crank Leonard Cohen's The Future. Gazing out a window at Doomtown on a half-broken iPod, I can't get the damn thing to skip songs. At one point, we exit the bus and approach the lip of a massive 300 feet deep crater. The Cohen refrain, "I've seen the future, brother. It is murder," pounds in my ears. It's overwhelming, nauseating, an epiphany in reverse. It's like the spiritual bends diving too quickly into a void, body and mind breaking apart at the pressure. I hash out a blueprint for dead neon. The music, I figure, should sound like a gang of radioactive mutants raiding a guitar shop at midnight and smashing the instruments into shards of wood and metal with which to torture, kill, and cook the remaining humans. The lyrics should reflect the idea that we've degraded our own humanity, that technology has already killed us. Trashy fun with a hint of brains.
Give me back Berlin Wall. Give me Stalin and St. Paul. Give me Christ or give me Hiroshima. Destroy another, feed us now. We don't like children anyhow. I've seen the future, baby. It is murder. Things are gonna slide in all directions. Won't be nothing. Nothing you can't measure anymore. The blizzard of the world has crossed the threshold, and it's overturned the order of the soul. When they say repent, repent, I wonder what they meant. When they say repent, repent, I wonder what they meant. When I said repent, repent.
Storming tonight at 102 degrees at Cairn International Airport. Look for lows in the mid-80s tonight in the Las Vegas Valley. Tomorrow's highs around 107. And that starts a string of days when we're expecting highs to be between 108 and 110. That runs through at least Sunday. Normal high for this time of year, 104 degrees. This is News 88.9 KNPR.
From NPR News, this is All Things Considered.
About 3 years ago, my dad took me on first as just a summer assistant for all the school cleanings. I had just gotten laid off at my other job, and because it had actually the company went under because of some shady business practices of the owner. And he knew I was looking for a job. He offered me the position. I came in, and it turned out I really liked it, so...
Don't you go to the high school or university?
No, I haven't attended any school since the end of middle school. I ended up getting expelled out of there. Well, it was immediately after Columbine, and everybody was talking about that, as everyone was. And I honestly didn't say anything bad. I was talking about the event, and so, saying words like kids with guns and shoot up the school, and somebody overheard me saying something like that, misunderstood it, and because I was a weird kid to begin with, that was pretty much the end of it for me. A big rumor mill got started, and it got to the parents. Cops showed up at my house later that day, and that was it. I ended up getting expelled out of school. Well, yeah, that was pretty much it for that. I ended up going to, they send you to a place called Court Continuation School after that, and that place was a total joke. Pretty much just had us doing, word searches and crossword puzzles in the classes, and I didn't want to bother with it anymore. And my mom agreed with me, and that was the end of it. Ended up just getting my GED as soon as I turned 16, and that's pretty much been the end of my interaction with the school district.
But it's a very uncommon situation.
Not then, it wasn't. There was probably about 14 kids at that court continuation school who were there for the exact same reason I was. Now, to varying degrees, some of them were actually pretty troubled kids who probably did say they were going to do something. But, I imagine there was a good amount of kids who were just weirdos like me that this was a good excuse to get rid of us.
The Milan merchants donate door prizes. If you Nancy Smith.
I basically want to continue committing my life to making weird art. And I can't see that getting any easier with children. I think the world's a pretty rough place in general. Our post-apocalyptic music is, of course, heavily romanticized. And likewise, I think, were there actually any apocalypse, the survivors probably wouldn't be too gung-ho about making music about it. But, it's at least, I think, a fair thing to romanticize because it hasn't actually happened. Yet.
Hey, Shauna, this is Richard. I'm calling from the Big Deli store. And, hey, Shauna. Hey, you gotta send the driver over with my check. Oh, no, I heard that about an hour and a half ago. When? About an hour and a half ago. So if it's an hour and a half, are they making deliveries and stuff? Because I gotta go to the bank before the cash, and I gotta pay my rent today before they hit me with the late fee. Okay. Hi.
Since rain has been in the forecast, they've put all their stuff up on this little curb here so it doesn't wash away.
How much time there is between each plane, can you say?
Maybe 5 minutes. I've got the sounds to where I know which ones are taking off and which ones are landing. That's one landing. Meow. 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 Really? Huh? How do you know? Who said? What? I want to build my house at a waterfall. If I ever made enough money to buy my materials and buy a little bit of land, I want to buy a little bit of land by a waterfall and build my house there. I did have it drawn out and everything, but all my other books and stuff got washed away in the last flood. I want to get married at a waterfall if I ever get married.
There is a waterfall in the casino, no? Some false one, of course.
Yeah.
Where is it?
They're still pretty and stuff, though. There's a couple at the Venetian in the Plaza. One at Caesars.
And you still find it beautiful, the false waterfall of the casino?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Anything that, water running down it, or, it's just the sound really that I find comfort. And, it's just the tranquility of the sound that, just opens your mind, and
yeah, I love that too.
You're just free,
Late on a Friday night, wife and kids sleeping, I buy a 6-pack of Red Stripe and begin writing songs on my beat-up acoustic. The dumbest, most Neanderthal riffs suddenly take shape in my hands. The craziest, most deranged lyrics, chronicling the misery of life and death in a post-apocalyptic Vegas wasteland, start pouring out of my mind, through the tips of my fingers and onto a Word doc on my MacBook. In just a few hours, I assemble the ultimate teenage doom record, at least in my middle-aged mind. I print out this instant classic of the genre for my work friend, again Mike, and hand it to him in the employee dining room. "These lyrics are awesome," he says. "I wish I played an instrument." "Can you operate a fog machine?" "Hell yes." "Well, then update your resume tonight. Lead fog machine operator." I buy a pink guitar on sale at Sam Ash for $99. I don't look far for a rhythm section. My next door neighbors will do. Jesse is a mild-mannered videographer for the city of Las Vegas and fellow propagandist, albeit in the public sector. Jack sells instruments to soccer moms at Cowtown, a music shop next to a Filipino eatery on Maryland Parkway.
There he is. That's Jack. That's the bass player. He's a superstar. All right, Jack, we made it. Where do I park? Anywhere? In there? Over here?
Visually, we make an odd-looking bunch.
All right, bro. I'll see you then. All right, bye. What's up, guys?
Hey, Tony, we're here for Dead Neon.
You already said it.
Oh, but I gotta pay.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
How are you?
Good. You doing okay?
Good, all right.
Yeah, they're making a movie about Dead Neon, the French. We're gonna be very big in France.
That's awesome. So during the day, it's $15 an hour.
Actually, Jesse and Jack are talented, experienced musicians. In an afternoon, they learn all 10 songs I've written. Well, mainly because each song consists of one numbskull riff played over and over again. At one point, Jack lets out an exasperated sigh and asks if he can tune my guitar for me. It always takes me a good 10 minutes. No, I can do it, I tell him. Dude, it takes you longer to tune than it does for us to play through the set. Embarrassed, I hand him the guitar.
Boy, it's me, baby. Ah.
That's Please. On this one, I've got cross for protection because it's near our bed, so it protects us. Where's the...
Are you Christian?
Yes. These plastic on the seams is to keep the bugs out. I sealed them up. John's trying to get it sealed up more. He's spraying this black stuff on it because he's finding out that the bugs, they don't come in just because they want to visit. They come in because they want to be here. You can't see them right now, but you'll see the spiders, and they're not here right now, but they will be because there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bugs. Gotta be careful back here. The black widows make you feel like you're on drugs. They make you like, everything is, and yeah, I gotta go to the doctor. See, here they are. Those are bugs. And they're these icky black ones, and they're cannibals. The black ones are cannibals. And then there's a brown one that is kind of, the black ones eat those ones, but they only eat half of them, and they throw the other half at you. The black ones are very aggressive. They have wings, they fly. So, they do fly.
Are there any survivors down there? So there's no one alive? Did your mother have any kids that lived?
This is a Fox News alert. There has been a mass shooting at a movie theater in Aurora, Colorado. That happened overnight. A masked gunman killed at least 14 people, and police are saying at least 50 others are hurt. All this during the midnight premiere of the new Batman movie, The Dark Knight Rises.
Dans une banlieue voisine du Colorado, un tueur a fait sa une en tirant sur les spectateurs du dernier Batman. Pendant quelques secondes, les gens dans la salle ont applaudi, pensant assister à un show d'avant-première. Quelques jours après, il y eut cette histoire du Heart Attack Grill de Las Vegas, le grill de la crise cardiaque. Ce restaurant joue sur un concept simple. Il est bon de manger jusqu'à la mort. Dans cette ambiance de nihilisme ketchup, un client a vraiment eu une crise cardiaque au beau milieu du restaurant. Et les gens ont applaudi le spectacle, pensant encore une fois à un show organisé. Entre spectacle extrême et extrême pauvreté, entre angoisse et tuerie, mon fils Albert fait ses premiers pas. J'avais besoin de réponses. Il fallait que je parle à quelqu'un. On m'a parlé de Black Monk, une sorte d'ermite qui médite au sommet des dernières collines vierges de la ville.
Detroit is a city built on a machine. city built on the heart and soul of the American dream. Las Vegas is in many ways the most American of all American places. It is the crossroads where all of the icons of America have converged. The cowboy, the gangster, the soldier, the pioneer. So it's that endless quest, that search for the perfect place, that search for the place where life has meaning and promise. It's that search for that place that never exists. That's ultimately what the pioneer is looking for. A place beyond borders, a place beyond boundaries, a place that can never be reached. It is utopia in the classic sense of the Greek words, utopos, no place. The pioneer is searching for utopia. The pioneer is searching for a place that doesn't exist. The future of Las Vegas is intimately tied and inexorably bound to the future of water in the Southwest. Without water, the land becomes totally hostile. The buildings become ghosts. The casinos will close. All the veneer will peel away, and all that will be left is the dust and the rock and the grit. So the citizens of Las Vegas realized they were like colonists on the moon. They began developing a feeling that they didn't belong, that despite the fact that they had roots, children, jobs, that somehow this land itself didn't want them. Today, Las Vegas has one of the highest suicide rates in the country. Not just because people go broke at the tables, but because there's some sense here that people don't belong, that the land wants itself back, that the land wants them gone. One by one, people began throwing themselves from the stratosphere, perhaps because it was the tallest structure to die from, perhaps because in this one final public act, they made a statement to all of those around them. Las Vegas has created a culture of death, of self-inflicted death. Slow death at the tables, slow death in the bars, quick death by pills, by gun, by knife, by stratosphere.
There's a light in my head. There's a ghost in my bed. She looks like you. She tells me
old scuffed, dirty white boot lay at the intersection of Charleston and Jones, just at the tip of the median strip, its toe pointing towards Sunrise Mountain. I couldn't get close enough while stopped for the light to see what kind of boot it was. Majorette, like the ones I wanted desperately when I was 5, or cowboy, the kind one of my friends wore at 16 for rodeo barrel racing. Or maybe, since this is Las Vegas, it was a showgirl's boot. Although what it was doing all by itself at Charleston and Jones, miles from the Strip's glittering casinos, I couldn't guess. It lay there for a week, this unfinished story, like an amputated foot.
This is the LA Aqueduct. It was built in 1913. It diverts water away from Owens Lake and almost over 200 miles down to the city of Los Angeles. And so now this is what made the lake bed go dry, and it became a toxic dust bowl after that, the worst pollution problem in the country in terms of dust, even in the Western Hemisphere. So this is what caused it all. This is the salt that used to cover the entire lake. You can see it's like little salt crystals. And the salt seeps up to the very top, and you can crumble it, and then it's really, really fine. Blows in the air. And it's white when it hangs in the air. It looks like fog. I like to say that this is just, if you want to know what's going to happen in the world, watch California. Because this was the first major transbasin water diversion scheme of the modern era. And, you know, as I said before, it happened in 1913. Since then, this idea of moving rivers, of building dams, of irrigating everything has been transported around the world by the World Bank and the IMF and, you know, US-run enterprises. And so, but this is the consequences of doing that. Now with all the problems we're going to be having soon with fresh water, they're talking about even crazier things, in my opinion, like massive dams to capture the glaciers as they melt around the world, because that's one of our last sources of fresh water, and when it's gone, it's gone. So it's like nobody's ever thought in those kinds of possibilities before. Like, what do we do about the end of glaciers? The end of fresh water? So I don't know. I really don't know.
Las Vegas either shouldn't be where it is or shouldn't be as big as it is. The original reason for Las Vegas being here was that we had an underground water supply, and we lived off of that water supply. Then we used it up, and we had to rely on the Colorado River. Now, Las Vegas itself gets about 5 inches of rain a year. And the joke is it's all in one day. We have flash floods. There are people who say, well, there's a drought here. It really isn't a Las Vegas drought. It's the drought throughout the West, and especially the upper Colorado, where the snowpacks and the water flow are not what they were. So Lake Mead dropped precipitously. And it was to the point that if Lake Mead dropped another 5 feet or so, the water level would not be high enough to bring the water from the Colorado River and Lake Mead into town. But about a decade ago, when the population hit about 1.5 million, the rumor was that there was a study saying 1.5 million was the limit in terms of water. We could not grow beyond that. We're at 2 million now, give or take. The Southern Nevada Water Authority wants to build a pipeline from White Pine County, which is an old mining county in eastern Nevada, to southern Nevada. Environmentalists think that it is the worst idea possibly in the history of humanity. And I'm not convinced they're far from being correct on that. Environmentally speaking, you shouldn't do it.
Outside it's summer and snowing, arachnids as big as cats, and I heard a whisper of warnings of men that eat men like rats. On the streets the hunger is growing, at night the sky won't stay black, and all of my neighbors are praying, praying that things will go back. I don't want things to change, I like them this way. The vermin are easy to spot, and I'm finally free of lies and deceit. Leaders cannot be bought, now I know who to fear. My enemies are clear, so my aim is never off. And I own my own home, no paperwork, no loan. I eat only what I've got, just what I've got. Come without warning, the dead marauders and bugs. So we keep our weapons loaded, and we keep our graves dug. And here money's used for burning, 'cause only gasoline talks. The water and food are golden, walk. Still I don't want things to change, I like them this way. The vermin are easy to spot, and I'm finally free of lies and deceit. All leaders cannot be bought, now I know who to fear. My enemies are clear, so my aim is never off. And I own my own home, no paperwork, no loan. I eat only what I've got, just what I've got.
Welcome to the Zombie Apocalypse Store. Do you have what it takes to survive? Located near the Strip on Spring Mountain Road, we have all the equipment you need to survive. Dry food, explosives, blades,
calorie bars, military-style MREs. Even more important than food is going to be water. Our water filtration devices, zombie ammunition. These are specifically designed for killing zombies.
You explode the brain better.
Yes, zombie-killing weapons. When you're out of ammunition, gun's no longer working, comes down to the manual tools.
What is certain is that this seemingly unexplainable mass hysteria, Satan, is sending his dead to us. Oh no, it's another shootout! You kill unborn children. You have sex out of wedlock.
Government turbulence, earthquakes, tornadoes. Some are really preparing for zombies. Most are preparing for things that really would happen.
But you mean that some people really believe in a zombie apocalypse?
Certainly. It's a very small percentage. Much smaller than we thought it would be, but there's certainly the group that does believe in zombies.
So they ask you real questions about how to kill zombies?
We get real questions.
Yeah. And what do you reply?
The truth.
Did you hear? Zombies are coming. Protect yourself before it's too late. 10% off everything bought after midnight on Saturday. Stock up and get armed at the Zombie Apocalypse Store. Do you have what it takes to survive?
Las Vegas may be associated with the apocalypse partly because there is a degree of thinking that we're kind of zombified. The image a lot of people have of Las Vegas is of people sitting by these machines, putting in coins, pulling the arm, put in a coin, pull the arm. It's changed. The machines are no longer like that. We don't even get the exercise anymore, and they're mostly coinless now. But I think a lot of people historically thought of Las Vegas as a place where people were just focused on this one thing about gambling. If the culture of apocalypse will make money for Las Vegas, Las Vegas will find a way. Jack Binion, whose father Benny owned the Horseshoe, it was on the advice of Jack and his brother that Benny started the World Series of Poker. And the Horseshoe was the first carpeted casino downtown. Jack Binion grew up here and he said once, if you have a weakness, Las Vegas will find it. Well, if your weakness turns out to be the apocalypse and post-apocalyptic culture, Las Vegas will have a zombie-themed hotel before you know it.
Before a big show, my work friend Mike kills himself in his garage by leaving the engine on. So we're left without a fog machine operator. I drive home. My sons are splashing in the pool. The 5-year-old asks where I've been. Playing music, I say. I have your guitar, he asks. Of course. Will you teach me to play? Absolutely.
En plein tournage, François, notre assistant réalisateur, reçoit un coup de fil de Montréal. Sa sœur lui annonce que son père a été retrouvé inanimé chez lui, après 2 jours de coma. Entouré de bouteilles d'alcool vides, et le chauffage à fond en plein été. Sur la table, une boîte de calmants vide. Ce coup de fil m'assomme. C'est comme si nos pères, pourtant responsables du monde qu'ils ont participé à construire, n'assumaient plus.
The dustiest, the winds are the gustiest, the gates are the rustiest, the pies are the crustiest, the songs the lustiest, the friends the trustiest, way back home. Back home. The trees are the sappiest, the days are the nappiest, the dogs are the yappiest, the kids are the scrappiest, the jokes the snappiest, the folks the happiest, way back home.
I remember when we first came out here from Fullerton, California, we would drive up just to sort of check the place out and get the lay of the land before we actually moved. And it was my dad up in the front and my mom next to him. The 3 of us kids in back in an old Dodge minivan. I remember driving up the strip with him, which was pretty crazy, seeing that for the first time. I remember all the lights, just everywhere, just a ludicrous amount of lights on either side, which at the time was pretty much geared towards someone my age, wizards and pirates and what have you. I felt pretty secure with my father up there at the helm of everything. And pretty confident in his ability. Yeah. Absolutely, he was a good father.
The fans. We have none, at first. Gradually, though, after playing to the packed taqueria, we end up making a dozen or so teenage fans. The kids asked to buy merch, because I didn't think of it. Dead Neon doesn't have any t-shirts or patches or stickers, just 50 cassette tapes of a live rehearsal James duped for us, and is now selling at $5 a pop in the corner of the restaurant.
I don't have a cassette player,
groans one kid. Her pierced nose and stretched earlobes and tattoos make her look like she belongs to an alien race. Oh, that's okay, you can download our album for free at our website. Hey, can you buy beer for me and my friends? No, I don't like jail that much. Despite this, she and her friends come to every all-ages Dead Neon show.
Attention, neon citizens! Here's today's advisory. Don't drink from Bellagio fountains. Dead bodies contaminate the water. Keep out of city center. Zombies mass there at all hours. Bullets, antibiotics, burned Bibles. Bring anything people need to survive in this broken wasteland. Las Vegas. Go to where there's no God. Only punishment for thinking we were above the maker of an evil creature. Man!
do have one new person here, so before we get into it, I just want to run through consensus and hand signals real quick. When a person's speaking, rather than interrupting people or arguing with people in the middle of their speech, we use hand signals to politely demonstrate how we're feeling without literally interrupting them. If you like what you're hearing, you twinkle upward. Some of you may have seen me doing this like on the street or in casual conversation. If you don't like something, you twinkle downward. Now, what are we doing here? We're attempting to move toward a peaceful revolution. We're a non-violent group, but 1/3 of us believe that collapse is inevitable, and many of us feel that collapse, while maybe not inevitable, is going to get worse before it gets better. And because of that, there are some opportunities that have been created for groups such as ourselves. One of the reasons that the 99% became such a mantra that everybody knows what it means is because everybody, right or left, no matter what your political ideologies are or whether you even have a political ideology, you've been screwed by the capitalist system, you've been screwed by the revolving door between government and corporations, you've been screwed by international bankers to the same degree as your comrade over there on the other side of the aisle. A lot of people are going to move away as the system collapses, and a lot of people are going to cluster together. What we're trying to form is those groups that cluster together in as peaceful as possible a manner. Come to a meeting. We'll show you how consensus works. We'll show you how democracy works.
This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Democracy is just a con.
Yeah.
Well, it's all a con. It's all part of the control system to control masses of people. That's all it is, you know. It's to make you think that you got to say so in what's going on in government, when in reality you don't. It's all a con. Government is just an abstract idea. The only thing that makes it real is the people that believe in it. And it's more than about the economy. It's about souls. It's about the spirit of man. They want your soul, all right? They want to destroy your spirit, all right? I'm disappointed because, I mean, look at the gathering.
All right.
It's small.
You see, look at the gathering. I mean, yeah, but that ain't the point. I'm still disappointed. I mean, you know, that shows me that most of the masses are so brain dead and brainwashed.
But we want to reach out to each other from the bottom up, because the problems come from the top down.
Right.
We're going to solve it from the bottom.
Let them up. Let them
That's
up.
all we can do.
Now let me tell you something. I know that Jesus wasn't God, and Jesus never said he was God. But it's one thing that Jesus said was true. He gave you the roadmap to defeat all this, and that roadmap is love. And it's agape love, all right? It's not the type of love that you see on TV every day. It's true love, agape love, all right? And that's how you defeat all this.
You're right.
But
You know what? As times get darker, more people come out.
Why does Vegas push me into weird corners? Why do I, a fairly intelligent corporate pawn, require an outlet as loud and self-lacerating as doom metal? My mother once asked me why, at 36, I wanted to start a doom metal band. I thought long and hard before answering. I told her, because you did too good a job. She laughed at this because I had to be joking. So will my kids grow up to be mainstream pop fans? Even if I put in my 2 weeks' notice at the casino, then what? I'd end up working at a just as corporate newspaper or a red-taped public sector city PR job. Maybe I'd be one of those guys who leeches off his wife. There's no escape from today's Vegas, a gaudier, tackier version of the larger New America. Everything evil about the U.S. stems from this butt-crack town. Where 40 minutes away, a Cold War hell was constructed, and today's Predator drones are remotely controlled, killing women and children in far-off countries in the name of freedom, anti-terrorism.
With fantastic flavors, the rich aroma of pink.
So what if no one wants to hear Dead Neon's message right now? We have 4 fans, it's a start, something to build on. Or at least, that's what I'll tell myself later tonight, after I pathetically slurp down a couple of bourbons.
Coffee, the delectable taste of pink beans, pastries, and desserts. Delicious
But right now,
ice cream and other
out here with my
snacks.
kids, I try to settle into a good mood.
Bean indulges your coffee craving and dessert desires.
In the pool, my boys are throwing a ball back and forth. My wife is in there with them, and I am here, still dressed in my black Batman t-shirt and jeans. The littlest dude says, "Daddy, get in the water." I think of all the things I want. A real record deal with a legitimate metal label in Europe. A professional music video of my band on YouTube. A hidden cubicle at work where no one can find me. Maybe I'll grab a beer and think about this some more. But then I remember my son here, his amber eyes still angled up to meet mine. Just a minute, I tell him. Let me change.
Modulated lasers for silicone chips. Your virtual head on the end of a stick. Skyline obscured by electronic steeple. Thread in the eye of a fiber optic needle. Candle slit flickering on the altar of night. Do yourself a favor and ride the light. White noise to oblivion. No one hears you scream at the gates of heaven. Plunged in darkness, plunge out a well. It doesn't matter who pushed. When everyone felt there's a child weeping somewhere out of sight. You better learn fast to ride the night. To ride the night.
monster on edge of despair. Can't tear my thoughts away from the girl with blonde hair. She filtered my water, cleaned my gory left side, invited me to eat a meal of cyanide. God is my witness, it just doesn't seem right to pay for the privilege to ride the light.
Comme dans tout film post-apocalyptique, nous finissons par quitter la ville, fuyant les mutants, les cannibales et les banlieues sécurisées. Nous laissons aussi nos amis, Jared Keane et David Parker. Nous aurions aimé les emmener avec nous. Mais nous ne fuyons pas, nous effectuons une retraite. Nous quittons la ville, c'est vrai, mais nous reviendrons, plus forts, plus nombreux, mieux organisés. Nous reviendrons pour mettre un terme, une fin définitive à cette fin du monde.
Friends have left us where we once stood, together through dark nights and trials. It's true, we must face our fates alone. And the summer it burns and the winter it freezes. In our hands we hold everything we believed in. We survive, we have everything we need. And there's nowhere left to go. The hope is the past, it's not ours to own. The ghosts of the past, shackles they moan. Forever darkness, broken-hearted truth. They must face their fates alone. Scavengers, people, bones of survive, we have everything we need, and there's nowhere left to go. And the summer it burns and the winter it freezes. In our hands we hold everything we believed in. We survive.